Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, to season number 2 on the Cool Down iRacing Dirt Series. Last season we had Tyler Dell, your points winner, also won 2 of the 4 races, and Jeff Rempel was the other one that won 2 racing events, the second and the last one, Eldora and USA International Speedway. Welcome back once again to our wonderful group of drivers. Sean Clausen, Tyler Dell, Fred Fraser, Patrick Davis, Derek Robinson, Gareth Senkow, Brian Dorge, David Gerling, Max Wozni, Thomas Kennedy, Bailey Cousins, Brendan Lashinsky, Jerome GUYOT, Don Ashton, Jeff Rempel, Scott Perdonick, Alexander Farr, and Brendan Morand, all in tonight's first race of season number 2. We're at Eldora Speedway. We were here just a few weeks ago, in week number 2. And that was a barn burner of a race that we had Jeff Rempel restarting in the 3rd position, watching Bailey Cousins and Tyler Dell get into it on a green-white checkered restart and being able to take the win. We're going to see if something like that happens again tonight. It was our raciest track out of the whole 4 weeks that we had. First week at Lanier Speedway was a learning experience for everybody. Eldora had a phenomenal race, and things got a little more cautionful as we hit race number 3 and 4, but these drivers have turned a lot of laps once again. They did really well at this track last time, and we're hoping to see some great side-by-side action once again at Eldora. So the drivers are just going to finish up about 4 more minutes of practice. Drivers have been looking pretty good. Couple up into the wall on the outside as this groove starts to push towards the corner. We are going to throw some water on this track, get a little bit of moisture back in before we run our heat races in just a few minutes. Nice new paint schemes out there for this week. Some of the drivers making a few changes from season 1 to season 2. Another good field of street stocks. We're running street stocks for season number 2 again, mainly because we have a lot of new drivers still that are getting used to this dirt track racing on the iRacing platform. One of the nice things about us doing what we're doing right now is that when we hit the regular racing off season, because we hope to get out on a real speedway here soon, that we'll be able to maybe do some of this racing on the internet sometime in the winter, so that we can all enjoy the wonderful digital sunshine that happens on these speedways. So just a few more minutes of warm-up. And we're going to get started on our heat races. Okay, so we're just going to get a couple more minutes in, and we're going to take a look at the top 10 practice times. And we can see who's out in front. Of course, a time, really good lap times of 20:097. Bailey was a 20.062, so that's some good timing for Gareth Senkow. Jerome GUYOT starting on the outside second row. Brian George in the number 16 will be in the 5th position, and David Gerling in the number 1 is going to start at the back of this field in heat race number 1. So just fixing up some technical difficulties. Glad to have you back. And we're just going to, next time around, we're going to go green. Go, pace truck pulls off. Green flag for Thomas Kennedy and Bailey Cousins. Kennedy with the early lead. Senkow on the inside, 3 wide for second through that corner, and they all pile back up in behind each other. Kennedy down a little bit, but stays off. He slides up into the wall. Kennedy's into the wall. Cuts back down. It's Cousins as they go back into turn number 1. These are 8-lap heat races. Kennedy back into the wall. Slides back down. Hits Cousins again. Cousins decides to dive low. He's going to slide job, but not enough momentum to get in front of Kennedy. Senkow to the back bumper. Ooh, clips the number 11 of Cousins. Cousins is beating and banging on that backstretch. Gerling moves into 4th, but scrapes the wall. All top 3 cars running the high line. Cousins into the wall. Senkow into the wall. Gerling's going to take advantage of that. He's going to dive to the bottom. Slide back up in line. Scrapes the wall coming into 3. Kennedy into the wall again. Cousins cuts down. Senkow still holding 3rd. But Cousins is gaining a bit. Kennedy still with the lead. Side by side, clipped again. Kennedy and Cousins getting into each other. It's a tight groove, but it looks like enough of a slide. Nope, Cousins isn't going to clear him, stays low, so that Kennedy steers clear. But as long as Kennedy keeps hitting that wall, there's another opportunity for Cousins side by side out of 2. Cousins fighting that wheel to stay off of Kennedy. He knows he's gaining some momentum. We're coming up to 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go, and we got a battle for 1st. Oh, Kennedy into the wall again. Side by side, didn't touch coming out of 2. Last 2 corners, 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? And Kennedy's going to hold it by a car. Your winner, the number 9 of Thomas Kennedy in heat number 1. Beautiful looking blue Buffalo Wild Wings street stock. All right, heat number 2. Coming right up, the 818 of Derek Robinson's going to start on the pole. Outside of him, the number 25 of Alexander Farr. On the inside, inside second row, we have the number 52 of Don Ashton. On the outside of him is the number 15 of Jeff Rempel. And Fred Fraser, the number 18, in starting 5th position. And at the back, we have the number 88 of Brendan Morand. 6 cars. Going to start this heat race number 2. Alex Farr, also a top 5 contender most weeks. He's in a good starting position for his heat race. Derek Robinson, who I don't believe started anywhere near the front in any of the heat races in the first 4 weeks. Maybe the first week, but he's had a horrible draw most weeks. So nice deal for the 818 of Derek Robinson to start on the pole here to get a real opportunity to win this. Looks like the high line's working out the best, although towards the end of that last race, it looked like Cousins was starting to pace. Trucks pulled off now. Green flag for Derek Robinson and Alex Farr. 3 wide. Jeff Rempel on the outside. He's going to take the preferred line. And the 818-25 get together. Not sure if the 818 is going to keep going. Yes, he does. Enough grip on the track to be able to straighten up. Brendan Moran. Here he comes. Now in the second position, side by side with Alex Farr. Farr into the wall, giving Moran the second position. Rempel in front, Moran in second. Moran had started in the third position. Sorry, no, that's in the race. He was in the sixth position and now running second in front of Alex Farr. Farr to the inside. Wow, gains a ton of momentum down there. Not enough to be able to take that position to the line. Rempel has got a sizable lead. It looks like unless something happens, he's going to be able to take this win. Farr is really, really gaining on that bottom groove. He's going to lead or get second on this time round. Halfway done this race. 4 down, 4 to go. Farr and Moran are at it. Moran this time takes second at the line. Fred Fraser's watching this all happen in front of him. Squeezed out a little bit by Farr. Moran is now in sole position of second place. I don't think there's enough time left for Moran to be able to catch up to the leader, but a good run for Brendan Moran, who started 6th in this heat and is now in the second position. 1 lap to go for the number 12 has been the number 12. He's now he's the number 15 tonight. Jeff Rempel in the number 15 is going to be your winner. Coming out of turn number 4. Oh, sorry. Crossing the finish line. Rempel with that win. Okay. Heat number 3, our final heat of tonight. The number 33 of Sean Clausen is going to start us out on the pole. To the outside is the number 91 of Scott Perdonick. On the inside, row number 2, is the number 5 of Patrick Davis, who told me that he got his steering wheel fixed. So he should be running some good laps. He actually had a 20.202 in his best practice lap. Tyler Dell, your champion from last season, in the number 8, will be starting 4th. And Max Wozni in the number 19, who had a 20.084, so he's going to be moving up towards the front pretty quick. In the 5th position, and Brendan Lashinsky, who joined us for the first time last week in our season finale in the number 12, will be starting at the back. All right, Sean Clausen had a 20.002 0.062. He has the best lap time from practice in this heat. The next closest, Max Wozni at 0.84, so only 2/100ths of a second. Everyone else is about 1/10 or more back. So looks like Sean Clausen has a good shot at winning this one, but a race is very different. Green flag is out. The number 33 of Sean Clausen and Scott Perdonic going to lead this field. Oh, into the wall is Perdonic on that first corner. Side by side for the lead early on here. Dell waiting in the background. Lap number 1 led by Sean Clausen. Clausen looking really smooth here on the inside. Bouncing off the wall just a little bit is Perdonic, side by side again for lap number 2. This time Perdonic crosses the line first. Dell getting real close now. Gonna wait for them to battle it out just a little bit. No clear leader here yet. Perdonic's going to lead lap number 3. Perdonic found a little bit more there than Clausen did. Clausen might have to slide up into second. They're going to go single file a bit. Oh, here comes Patrick Davis on the inside for the 3rd position. Not going to be able to do it. It's Perdonic, Clausen, Dell. Into the wall harder this time is Perdonic. Clausen doesn't gain enough on it. Dell gets into the wall quite a bit. Clausen gets a good run on the bottom. Not enough. Oh, he gets a really good run here. Perdonic back into the wall. Seems to be a really narrow line in the middle of the corner, but you have to hit it just right to be able to keep up with the leader who's on the outside. On the backstretch, lap and a half to go. Dell's going to try to make a move for second. 1 lap to go for heat number 3. Dell to the inside. Is he going to be able to get second spot? No, he is not. He's going to try it one more time. Ooh, look at that. He pushed hard that time. Looks like Perdonic's going to win it. Who's going to get second? Clausen's going to get second. And 3rd is Tyler Dell. Top 4 going to transfer. Good little race there. Clausen tried everything he could, but unfortunately was not able. This is actually Patrick Davis's first race where he's going to be transferred. No, I think he transferred last week, was his first time transferring straight into the feature. And he's able to do it again tonight. All right, time for our B main. Things are moving along quite swimmingly tonight. The number 16 of Brian Dorge is going to start your B main on the pole. Derek Robinson, who started on the pole in the heat race, is now starting on the outside front row in the 818 in the B main. Brendan Lashinsky in the number 12. It's going to start 3rd, and 4th is going to be the number 48 of Jerome Guyot, who was not a factor in this heat race. In the 5th position, we have the number 19 of Don ASHTON. And the number 19 of Max Wozni is going to be starting out at the back. All right, 6 cars in this B main. All cars are going to transfer to the feature race. This is going to determine the lineup for the bottom 6 cars. So we have George and Robinson on the front row. Pace trucks pulled off. Green flag for the number 16 in 818. This is a 12-lap race. GUYOT to the outside passes a couple cars for the second spot. George, who was moving up the field last week, leading this one early on. GUYOT with the slide job. Is he going to hold the lead? No, he is not. George is going to come back at you. I'm sure they were wondering, what's going on here? GUYOT's going to cut underneath, side by side to the front stretch. George leads that lap. Another slide job by GUYOT. He's making this work a little bit. Some real excitement in this B main for the number 16 and 48 of GUYOT. GUYOT to the inside. He is not holding back at all. He's going to try another slide job. Takes the lead in the middle of the corner, slams into the wall. And they're side by side again. This plan seems to be working quite well for GUYOT, who scrapes the wall once again. But now he's got a preferred line out of the corner 4. That was close, too close to call on that one. George now thinking maybe he should do the same thing as GUYOT. It was pretty brave of GUYOT to make those slide jobs work. What a battle for the lead. It's GUYOT this time by half a car. Oh, he gets into the wall hard again. Doesn't lose too much momentum though, but coming out of the corner, it's risky. He hits it too hard. He could cause some damage. Quite the berm up there, if you want to call a wall a berm. Oh, sparks fly. He hit it pretty hard that time. Took him right out of position. We're over halfway done this B main. GUYOT still in the lead. George right behind him. Third place, don't know where it is because the top two are creating a mess of a battle. George is starting to take a little bit out of the playbook of GUYOT. Gonna slide job him back. And GUYOT gets underneath him. They swap again. What a race. GUYOT's going to slide up in front of George. George is going to go back down. This is what Eldora is all about. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go for GUYOT and George. It's GUYOT in the lead again. He was invisible in that heat race. I didn't even know he was in it after I announced the grid. And here he is, first place in the B main. No fear for that number 48 tonight. Figured it was an embarrassment what happened in that heat. So he decided to race it like a late model. And George just couldn't do the same thing. GUYOT, 2 laps to go for the number 48. Does the 16 have anything for him? Gets up to his bumper, GUYOT into the wall, lap and a half to go. Here comes George. Is he gonna slide up? Not enough. GUYOT again, 1 lap to go for the number 48. 48, 16, side by side through turn 1 and 2. Oh, he's gonna try to block him. Oh, can he hold it enough? To the line, GUYOT's got it. GUYOT, your B main winner. A heck of a race between the number 48 and 16. Something we had not seen in any of the heat races. What a show by the number 48 of Jerome GUYOT. Brian George in second, and Brent Lashinsky or Darren Robinson finishing in third. Great race in that B main. They're actually going to start side by side in their feature starting grid. All right, the number 33 of Sean Clausen is going to start on your pole. number 88 of Brendan Morand on the outside front row. Bailey Cousins in the number 11 is going to start second row inside. And number 91, Scott Berdonic, inside second row. In fifth, the two-time winner Jeff REMPEL, 15. Number 9, your heat winner number 1, Thomas Kennedy, starting in the 6th position. In the 7th position, the number 43 drag racer of Gareth Senkow. And in the 8th position, we have the number 25 of Alex Barr. In the 9th position, we have the number 8 of Tyler Dell. David Gerling in the number 1 starts in the 10th position. Number 18 of Fred Fraser in the 11th position. Patrick Davis will be starting in the 12th position in the car number 5. Jerome GUYOT put on a barn burner of a race, starting 13th in the number 48. In the 14th position will be Brian Dorch in the 16. The 818 of Derek Robinson in the 15th position. 16th will be Brennan Lashinsky in the number 12. And on the back, the number 19 of Max Wozny and 52 of Don Ashton. Well, tighten your seatbelts, everybody, because this is going to be phenomenal. Green flag is out. And we got 3 wide already going into turn number 1. Not a surprise here. Track position seems to be everything, and Brendan Morand is going to be your early leader. Clausen and Cousins. Yellow flag is out. The yellow flag is out on lap number 1. The number 8, it looks like, of Tyler Dell involved in that one. Slid up the track and there was just someone there. Tyler Dell's going to go to the back of this feature. Tyler Dell, your points champion from season number 1. Won 2 races. First and the 3rd one. Some really good talent in this field of street stocks and beginners. We have wide variety. Some drivers just started racing a week or less before we started last season. And a few of them just started last week. Brendan Lashinsky comes to mind, who got involved on iRacing because everybody else was doing it. Now, one of the drivers that we're missing today is Tom Morso. Tom Morso is not here due to other obligations. He's pretty bummed out about it. All right. So we've got them mostly lined up here. Pace truck pulls off. We're going to go single file. Green flag. Morand and Cousins, top 3. Morand does a slide job up the track. Holds back Clausen, but can't hold back Cousins. Now, these cars are a handful on this racetrack. It is fun. It's a very fun racetrack. Oh! Berdonic slides up high. Gets into the 9. Now the 9 slides up, gets into the wall, but everyone keeps it going. Lap number 3 about to finish here. Morand, your leader. I think the race is over already. Clausen and Cousins battling for 2nd position. There's REMPEL. REMPEL and Cousins get into it. They're stacking up near the wall. They also keep it going. We got one driver who's gone right to the bottom. That's Berdonic. What a throw a blanket over the top 5. This race is 30 laps, so there's going to be a little bit of a chess match here early on. I don't know if I see smoke or some dust. It looks like smoke on one of the cars, possibly. Yeah, I'm seeing smoke. Someone's got an engine issue of some sort. Might be a transmission issue. I cannot tell from here who it might be. It might be Cousins. Or Clausen. Caution is out. There's definitely smoke on one of these cars. Rand, maybe. There's some smoke. I don't think it's dust, not too sure. Patrick Davis is the cause of this caution. Slid up the racetrack on the backstretch, and someone was there and straight into the wall. The number 1 of Dave Gerling and the number 5. Oh, wow, what a wreck between the two of them. It's not the first time Gerling has been on his roof in iRacing, especially in the Cool Down iRacing Dirt Series. I think he's done it at least twice already. Morand, most laps he's led in a feature at the iRacing Cool Down iRacing Series. Lawson, who's had bad luck race after bad luck race. I think he's had one really consistent good night, which was a few weeks ago. I think Eldora once again did pretty well overall. He's chomping at the bit for a win here. So last season we had 4 races and we had 2 different winners. Tyler Dell winning 2 and Jeff Rempel winning 2. So maybe we'll see a new winner tonight between Brendan Moran, Bailey Cousins, who's been up there. Pace trucks pull up. Bailey Cousins has had opportunities. Just not able to seal the deal. Good restart for Moran and Cousins. Kennedy slides up into Berdonic. Oh, 33 comes down. The 15. Oh, just misses. Maybe got clipped a little bit. Not good there. All seem to start back with the number 9 of Thomas Kennedy, and it just became a little bit of an accordion after that. A few others involved. Not good news. So it looked like maybe the 9 or something, or someone slid up. 15 just getting the edge of the number 16 of Dorge. Jeff Rempel will be going to the back of the field for this one. We're not quite done 1/3 of this race. Brendan Moran, your leader. The 33 of Sean Clausen. Bailey Cousins there, Perdonic, and Thomas Kennedy rounding out your top 5. Oh, where is Jerome GUYOT? Well, you might see him in 7th position. But where did the brave Jerome GUYOT come from? The 13th position. From 13th to 7th right now. After seeing what he was able to do in that B main, I would not be surprised to see him running in the top 3 if we get another really good run here. Pace trucks pulled off, green flag. Single file restart for the number 88 of Brendan Moran. Cousins goes to the inside. Tight battle there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Clausen brakes up a little, brakes hard so that he can avoid Cousins. Cousins now moving into the 2nd spot. A couple guys hitting the wall. Cousins hits the wall even harder. Moran is loving this battle in 2nd and 3rd because this is going to be his time to gain a sizable lead. Of course, that could be all for naught if we get a caution out here. It's starting to spread out further back. Looks like we might have a bit of a run here. Clausen moved the wall hard. Now they single file a little bit. The number 11 of Cousins is going to catch up to the leader here soon. But the way these guys are hitting the wall, I don't know if they're going to have anything left. Morand's keeping it really clean. As the top side dries out, they're going to have to slow down. Verdonic's scraping the wall hard again. Kennedy slides up and puts the number 33 into the wall. Clausen has fallen back. Dorge has made a dive move to the bottom. Cousins has now caught up to the leader. Using up all the car he has to catch up to the 88. Top three starting to show some gap. The top two especially. Morand is holding it off the wall. Enough, but here comes Cousins. He's going to try a slide job this time around. Cousins is going to slide in front of Morand. It's not going to be enough this time. We got a side-by-side battle for the lead, though, and too close to call. Not too sure who got that lap. Guyot's into the wall further back. He has not gained anything since that last restart. Still side-by-side. Morand moves down a little bit. Morand takes that lap. Here comes another slide job by the number 11. They're going to cross over. And Morand's going to pull out back in front. Now, is he going to slide in front a little bit? I think he is. Cousins into the wall a bit. Morand's going to get that spot back. Here comes the battle for the lead again. Cousins got it that time. Slide jobs again. Morand cuts underneath. Rinse and repeat. Morand's going to hold that corner. Slide up a little bit side by side. This time Morand's stuck on the bottom. Is he going to slide job Cousins? Oh. Great battle for the lead. Morand's going to slide in front, make Cousins have to push up a bit. Oh, what's left of that car? I can't imagine there's much left on the number 11 for the right side of the car. Caution is out. I was too focused on the front too to see what was going further back. What a run. I think we ran 9 laps there of green flag. That was good. That was a heck of a nice race for the lead. Looks like the 9 came down and the 33 was there. We're going to see who came up more and who went down more, but definitely 33 the odd man out on that one. We'll find out who's going to the end of the longest line. I would assume, based on what I see, I'm not making the call, but the 9 may have had to do with it a little bit. So a racing incident is what we had in this scenario. We're going to line them straight back up. Get this. We'll be with 10 laps to go. Next time around, we're just going to stack them back up. We're going to go 2 by 2. Give them a shot now that we've done some single file runs. 10 laps left for the number 88 of Brendan Morand, who's been racing hard with the number 11. Can Bailey Cousins get his first win? Can Brendan Morand get his first win? We're going to find out. Pace trucks pulled off. Green flag. 3 wide for second. Not a lot of room. Oh, they touch. We got a wreck near the back. Patrick Davis odd man out. Yellow flag is back out. Perdonic might be restarting in second this time. Perdonic, who we've seen Perdonic in and out, especially early on in races. But not very often have we seen the 91 this far at the front, this far into the race. Oh, just a pile up near the top, and the 5 was out of, oh, the 5 was the odd person out of that one. Not fun there. Okay, we're gonna start him up again. I think we might go back to single file. That double file restart is exciting, but it can lead to some problems that we don't have in the single file restart. Track is starting to dry out quite a bit. We had lots of moisture in those heat races. That B main was a heck of a. In fact, if anyone, I don't see the exact same broadcast as you do, so that sometimes you might see things a little off. But I think I'm pretty sure I saw a flash of the 48 somewhere before that caution came out. Like, he literally cut the corner through the barrier and the fence, and I think he was like 3rd place before that caution came out. But apparently not, because he's only going to be restarting in 6th. But he has gained a spot during that last run. All right. Brendan Morand is going to hold off as best he can. We come to this green flag. Green flag for Morand. Cousins to the inside. Cousins slides up. Kennedy and George get into each other. We're piling up everywhere. I think in this case, this is going to be the number 9 of Thomas Kennedy. GUYOT looked like he got involved in that. We're going to restart with 9 to go. Yeah, it looks like the number 9 of Thomas Kennedy got into the side of the 16. Patrick Davis missed that one. So Brendan Morand trying to keep the number 11 of Bailey Cousins at bay. Haha, Bailey Cousins at bay. Man, I need a second commentator here beside me. After a while, I start to feel like I'm going crazy because like I'm talking to myself. I need like one of those Benny Parson classics. If I had another microphone, I could probably borrow somebody. All right, single file restart. Guess who's in 4th place? His name's Jerome GUYOT. And the number 48 started 13th. Pace trucks pulled off. Can GUYOT be the upset here? He has a chance at the win. Oh, caution's right back out. Maybe we had a bad start, not sure. We're going to try again. All right, that was right off the restart. Oh, yeah, that wasn't good. All right. So someone looked like there was a little bit of dive bombing in that first corner. Looks like we're just going to restart them. I think that was near the back when that happened originally. One more time around and we're going to go green flag with 8 to go. Moving along pretty quick though tonight compared to the last couple weeks. Heck of a race. I mean, I can't complain. I got my money's worth. I hope you got your money's worth. Thanks again for joining us. It means a lot to all of us, the drivers, our sponsors, all our production, and we can't do it without everyone being involved. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for being a part of this. I hope you're staying safe out there. Pace Truck's going to pull off. Brendan Moran's going to lead him again. Bailey Cousins wants this win really bad. Oh, we got one up into the wall, and they're wrecking at the back again. This time, Bailey Cousins is probably going to start here on the pole this time. Oh, what a wreck. What a wreck at the back. Oh, Moran's going to get the spot. I wasn't quite sure when the caution had come out. Oh, Senkow got the worst of that. Stuck into the inside fence. Oh, what a race. Oh, it looked like the number, not quite sure who that was. Yeah, Senkow got up into the wall, came back down, and involved a large number of cars. Okay, one more lap and we're going to go back green flag. The sun has mostly gone from this racetrack. The headlights on the truck are working pretty good. Lights on the racetrack are working really well. Okay, 7 laps to go. Pace Truck's going to pull off. And we're going to go green this time around for the number 88 and 11. Verdonic was a little further back. Maybe he wasn't paying attention that they were going green. It's going to be a heck of a finish with these top two. Maybe someone else is going to be the spoiler. Morand and Cousins continue to swap positions and swap lines. Morand's going to slide up. Here comes Cousins. We're going to have to deal with a lap car out in front. I think that's Senkow just came back onto the track. Cousins looks like he might have it this time. Caution's out, which means Cousins might be starting in first. I don't know what happened there for that yellow. We're going to go to a 4-lap barn burner. I've been saying barn burner a lot tonight. You know, I had an old announcer back home who used to say that all the time. Now it's stuck in my dialogue when I do this stuff. But he's one of the best announcers I've ever heard. Definitely a gem, and I worked with him for quite a few years. And Patrick Davis is going to go to the back for clipping the number 52. poor number 12, Brendan Lashinsky, being involved. We will go to a green-white checkered if we have to, but hopefully we have a 5-lap dash here. Brandon Morand, who's been fighting tooth and nail for this one, still in the lead, but Cousins has been all over his back bumper and the side of the car. We're gonna go green this time. Verdonic again, way back there on the restart. Morand's gonna slide up into the lane there. Cousins gonna go underneath again. To the wall goes Guyot. He doesn't have much left of that car. Side by side, Cousins and Morand. What a race here. If they mess up, just like what happened with REMPEL a few weeks ago, it could be his race. Side by side. Holy, here we go. Be 3 wide for the lead here soon. Morand, Cousins, Verdonic, Guyot's looking for something. Oh, Cousins is hard into the wall several times, but he gets enough momentum. If he hits it wrong, he could be in and over. Oh, he scraped super hard this time. Not going to be able to hold enough. They're going to get side by side, but Cousins pulls it out. Cousins with a run and a half, cautions out. I don't know what happened there, but I think we might have a different leader. We might even go 2 wide to restart this one, just to make it really exciting. Looks like Kennedy involved here. He was spun out. Number 9 of Thomas Kennedy into the back of the 15. So, for the first time, Bailey Cousins is going to start out front. I think it's going to be a single file restart with 2 to go, I think, or at least 3. It was almost 3 wide on the previous lap, and it was Cousins who found a spot, but he almost drove right up that wall, and Morand, doing everything he could to keep it clean, lost a lot of momentum because of it. Pace truck pulls off. Verdonic all the way back again, leaving a ton of gap. Leaders get into each other. Morand and Cousins. Cousins hitting the wall super hard again, but he's going to maintain cautions back out. We're going to go to green-white checkered. The 88 and the 11 got into each other. Might do it again. We're going to see. This isn't the first time we've seen this at Eldora. It looks like the 33 went down, and then at the same time the 1 lost it, hit the 33 who just happened to be there. Oh yeah, the 25 and the 1. Yeah, it looks like the 25 slid up into the number 1, and the number 1 going all the way down the speedway, and then the 33 going down there. So the 25 is going to go to the back of this one. I don't get to listen to the driver radio chatter. They're all on one channel, you can only imagine the conversations that happen. There's a reason why we don't broadcast that. All right, number 11, 88, 91, and the 48 of Jerome GUYOT, who started 13th. We're gonna go green flag this time. Out of turn number 4. Bernie Moran's gonna give it a try on the bottom. He's gonna cut all the way up the racetrack. And Cousins is gonna return the favor. But Moran's gonna come down again. Moran's got the early lead here, but Cousins got enough speed. Here we go, GUYOT on the inside. Here we go, the 88, the 11. Last corner. Is it gonna be? It's gonna be the 88 to Brendan Morand. Wow, what a race, and Cousins to celebrate takes him out. What a finish. Cousins with the lead on the last restart. And instead, Brendan Morand, who's been running at the front all night long, takes the win. We're going to have a quick chat with the top 3 very soon. So stay tuned for that. What a great finish. What a great race overall. And we will get these drivers into our channel so that we can have a chat with what a race. Got a little slow towards the end, but what a barn burner I mean, what a great finish that was. Looks like we had a couple drivers that just missed. Brendan Morand has no mic. Well, he better get one. He better get one real quick. That Brendan Morand guy. Guess he never thought he was going to win. All right. Won't be able to chat with Brendan Morand due to no mic, but he'll know to get one for next time. So we're going to talk to our second and third place finishers. Let's start with Scott Perdonic. Scott, you've had kind of a real show up at the beginning wherever you started and kind of disappear either due to a wreck or something. It must feel good to get a top 3 finish.
Yeah, I haven't been playing too much of this lately. It gets kind of frustrating, so just come on whenever you can and do the best you can.
Right. And what happened on those single file restarts? I noticed there that you kind of laid back a little bit. Was that like a plan? Were you hoping to get the early momentum? Because it seemed to have worked at one point.
Well, yeah, up until the end, and then they started going before he said green, so it didn't work so well after that. Tried to get.
Okay. Okay. Well, congratulations, Mr. Perdonic, on that top 3 finish. And we hope to see you again next week. In second place, Bailey Cousins. Bailey, you were fighting so hard with Brendan on that race. Or is it Brandon, right? And it just seemed like you were waiting for that opportunity to be able to get that lead on a restart, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, those restarts, I would always hang back just a little bit to try and jump the start there because he was starting it on the green, and usually, if you want to, the leader can start it whenever he wants when the pace truck pulls off, so I didn't know what to expect.
Right. So with Brendan, like, was the exchange of slide jobs something that you were going to expect? Because we didn't really get that the last time, and you were near the front last time at Eldora with Jeff Rempel and Tyler Dell. So seemed to be a little bit more aggressive out there compared to last time.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stand your ground. You can't be pushed around out there, but he kind of pulled a slider on one of the last turns and almost put me in the wall, but I mean, it's racing.
Right, yeah, and I'm glad both of you kept going because it was starting to look like one of those the situation that happened 2 weeks ago with you and Tyler, where REMPEL was able to take advantage of it. And a guy like Jerome GUYOT, who finished 4th after starting 13th, was right there on you. But good run for 2nd place, and thanks again so much for being a part of this. Who would you like to I should have asked both, but Scott, why don't you, since I missed it, who would you like to thank? And then Bailey soon after.
Nobody really. Just kind of do what you do.
And Bailey?
I'd like to thank, I don't know, my mom and dad for buying the simulator a long time ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Well, it's great to have you around, and congratulations on your 2nd place finish and the consistency you've been able to show out on the track during the Cool Down iRacing Dirt Series. And congratulations to Brennan Morand for winning the race. He has no microphone, so unable to speak with us, but hopefully he'll get one for next time now that he knows that he has a shot at winning next week's race after winning this week and looking really good. Thanks so much for everybody being a part of this tonight. Sure to like us on Facebook, and make sure to subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, only about 82 to go. So we'd really like you to be a part of Cool Down Racing Video Productions. We hope to see you next week. Stay tuned to our Facebook page and YouTube as we come back next week on the Cool Down iRacing Dirt Series.